ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
32. दूरं गच्छेदिहासीनः शयानो याति सर्वतः समदो विमदश्चातः दुर्लक्षो ह्यविवेकिभिः वने ध्यातुं समासीनः देहं संकल्प्य मानसम् तेनैव नगरं गत्वा करोति क्रय विक्रयौ। So this Atma is Durlakshaha. 32. Durlakshaha means not that to be neglected or anything, very difficult to know. The knowledge of Atma is difficult to gain. For whom, by whom it is so? Avivekibhihi. Avivekibhihi, by those people who are bahyadhihi. Aviveki are bahyadhihi. Bahirmukhaha. So those are who are extrovert in nature. For them, the knowledge, to gain the knowledge of Atma is very difficult. Why so? Because Atma appears like this. How? Viruddhatmatva bhasi. 31. Atma is Viruddhatmatva bhasi. Appears as though endowed with mutually opposed features, mutually contradictory features. Truly not so. But for a ignorant person, it appears to be so. So that means that Viruddha Dharmatva appears to be there. What is that Viruddha Dharmatva? One by one is being explained. Asenaha duram rajati. Though stationary appears to be going here and there at far. That example we have seen. Now take 34. Shayanaha yati sarvataha. So lying down as it were, he goes. That means he is present everywhere. Shayano manchakeksheshu vilineshu nirakritihi akashavat sarvagataha ekas supto vatishthate. Anvaya manchake shayanaha aksheshu vileneshu suptaha nirakritihi akashavat sarvagataha ekaha avatishthate. Nirakritihi akashavat sarvagataha ekaha avatishthate. Manchakeshu shayanaha. This person is lying down on the cot. Manchakaha is cot. He is lying down on the cot for sleeping. So, aksheshu vileneshu. Aksheshu indriyeshu. When the sense organs are withdrawn. Not simply eyes. Eyes are of course closed. But he is deliberately, volitionally not operating the sense organs. So, the sense organs are withdrawn from their all corresponding function. For sleeping, withdrawal of the sense organs from their corresponding sense object is necessary. Otherwise, the person will not get the sleep. Of course, because of tiredness, etc., automatically it takes place. Otherwise, you have to induce it by drugs. So you have to take something, compose or something you have to do to artificially induce it. So now, aksheshu vileneshu means when the indriyas, sense organs and organs of action cease to function. Vileneshu means sleeping now. So cease to function. At that time, this person now who is suptaha, he is asleep, nirakritihi. He has no form. I am man, I am woman, I am so and so, I have got such status, I have got such possession, etc. No form at all. Nirakritihi, only Chaitanya Rupa is there. Of course, Ajnana is certainly there. But besides Ajnana, besides ignorance, nothing else is there. Nirakritihi, Akashavat Sarvagataha. Like Akasha, like space, he is Sarvagataha. He is all pervasive. All pervasive. He remains there, all pervasive. Sarvagataha, Ekaha, only one, a Chaitanya Swarupa, Avatisthati, he remains. Lying down where? On the cot. But he is everywhere. Shayanaha, Yati Sarvataha, he is present everywhere. Now, Madamadaha, so Samadaha, Amadaha, with Harsha, without Harsha, Saharsha, Aharsha, or with conceit or without conceit. Dhana vidyadibhirmattaha Pandityam sadasi bruvan Vairagya natanena sau Lakshate madahinavat Asau Dhana vidyadibhihi mattaha Sadasi Pandityam bruvan Sadasi Pandityam bruvan Vairagya natanena madahinavat lakshate Vairagya natanena madahinavat lakshate. Asau. Asau means now example of some scholar, some pandita. So some scholar is some pandita. What does he do? Dhana vidyadibhirmattaha. He is highly learned person, great scholar. So again, he has also got dhana. Wealth also he has got. Not only Saraswati, but also Lakshmi. Generally they say both of them don't abide together. But in this case, both wealth and knowledge both is there. Both are there. So dhana with dhana, wealth, vidya, knowledge, adibhihi, adi, power, possession, retinue, all these are there. So such a great person. So adibhi mattaha, intoxicated. He is so proud that he is so scholar, such a great scholar, such a rich person, he can wield power, so he has got a big retinue. Or with all this, he is very proud, he is, that means very intoxicated as it were. And what does he do? Sadasi, in a congregation of scholars. So Sadasi, in an assembly of scholars. Pandityam bruvan, literally telling the Panditya scholasticity means exhibiting the scholasticity. He exhibits how great scholar he is. Exhibiting the scholasticity means what happens? Mother, that conceit, that arrogance, that pride he exhibits as if he is the one who is that. At other place what does he do? Same person. Vairagya natanena. He poses as if he is a great Vairagi. At one place it shows his all scholasticity etc. Other place or riches etc. he exhibits. Other place as if he has nothing. Vairagya, vairagyena, vairagya natanena. So madahinavat lakshate. As though he doesn't have mada. Mada means conceit is not there, that pride is not there, arrogance is not there. Lakshate, he is seen to be so. Which of the two he is? At one place this, other place otherwise. Means common folks cannot know him. Common folk cannot know Atma. Why? Because Atma appears to be endowed with diverse features in the waking, dream and deep sleep state. We need not take these examples. Take our own life. All varieties of experiences we undergo and take it to be part and parcel of ours appear as what? As a feature of ourselves, of Atma. Which of these is truly yours? Which of these? Moment you are before boarding the train, you are restless. Right? Train got so delayed, is it not? Okay. After coming here, Habba, reached relaxation. It's okay. Then camp started. Happy. Which of the three you are? Agitated, relaxed, or happy? Afterwards, ayyo, 7 days passed so quickly. So therefore, Shine Pune Bambayam Vishanti. So therefore you have to so cursing everyone from tomorrow. I have to join my office, my duty, I have to join, I'll attend my business, all domestic problems that had piled up there, they have to sort out all those things, etc. So all these things, now which of all these you are? These appear as though the features of Atma. Atma appears to have the diverse features. Do you know why? Because of identification with the embodiment, not knowing the true nature. What is the true nature then? So therefore it says, that is why it says now, because of this mutually opposed features, Atma is very difficult to know for a common person unless, not that it is impossible, unless the mind is properly prepared as guided by the Shastras. Evam viruddha dharmatvat स्वभावः कोऽस्य वास्तवः इति ज्ञातुमशक्यत्वात् अन्तर्दृष्ट्यैवमीक्षताम् एवं अन्वय एवं विरुद्धधर्मत्वात् अस्य वास्तवः स्वभावः कः इति ज्ञातुम् अशक्यत्वात् अंतर्दृष्ट्या एवं ईक्षताम्. There is alternate reading there. Antardrishtaiva Vikshatam. Also alternate reading is there. One reading is Antardrishtaiva Vikshatam. One reading. Other reading is Antardrishtaiva Vikshatam. So evam viruddha dharmatvat. So evam viruddha dharmatvat, in this way as described, a few samples are given. All varieties of experiences are attributed to Atma. We know not what is actually the feature of Atma, the nature of Atma, we know not. So therefore, viruddha dharmatvat, being the one who is endowed with mutually opposed features. So like they say, Vishwarupaha eva. Vishwarupa means as though one who has got all the forms. You see, there is something called Chintamani or Manoranchitam. Chintamani is a jewel, wherein whatever you think you will see there in it. They say it is there. Again there is Manoranchitam, a flower. Whatever fragrance you conceive, you will smell that. This was told by one of my students. She is about now 75 or so. Long back in Madras, she was in a hostel. See, there was a tree, there was a flower. You, whatever fragrance you conceive, that fragrance you are able to smell in that. So Manoranchitam. So Manoranchitam, or what is called a Chintamani. Chintamani is described in that. That means at the different places, the description is there. That means a jewel. So in that you can, like a diamond, etc. In that whatever you imagine, you can see there. Which is the real feature then? We don't know. It appears to take unto itself all the features as if it has got all the features. Like this, viruddha dharmatva. So being the one which appears as though endowed with mutually opposed features, asya atmanaha, of this atma, vastavaha swabhavaha, the true nature of that which is the true nature, which always abides without change, which always remains without the change. Kaha, what is that? Iti, so, jnatum ashakyatva, being not possible to know so. How can that does it mean that we cannot gain the knowledge at all? No. Antardrishtya, by antardrishti. What is that antardrishti? Being antarmukha, atma bhimukha, having prepared the mind as told in the Shastra, here referred to as Adhyatma Yogadhigamena. By Adhyatma Yoga, what was Adhyatma Yoga we are saying? So by Adhyatma Yoga, when the mind is Atma Bhimukha and not Vishaya Bhimukha, by such a mind, so what can be? Antardrishtya evam ikshatam. In this manner, the knowledge be gained. What is that in this manner? In the manner that will be explained in stanza 37, next one. So, evam ikshatam, or another reading, antardrishtya eva vikshatam. By such antardrishti, not bahirdrishti. Bahirdrishti is vishayabhimukha drishti. So, the mind withdrawn from Vishayas, mind that is subjected to the exposure of Shravana, Manana, and the one that takes to Nididhyasana, as a result of all this, one is able to directly cognize Atma Darshana is possible. That is why Shastra says, Shruti says, Atma Vare Drashtavyaha, Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha, Nididhyastavyaha, Darshana, Atma Darshana, that Aparoksha Jnana, Aparoksha Anubhuti, Swatma Tattvanubhava, that referred to here in this text. So that is possible. So with such prepared mind which has taken to Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana. So in this way, by antardrishti alone one can gain the knowledge. That evam ikshatam. In this manner the knowledge be gained. What is that manner? This is the way. Ashariram sharireshu anavastheshvavasthitam sarvagam bahubhavadhishtanam matva na shochati sharireshu ashariram anavastheshu avasthitam sarvagam bahubhavadhishtanam matva na shochati. Having got the knowledge of this Atma, of this nature, one gets freed from samsara, no more the shokas of samsara. With this Atma, sharireshu ashariram. Sharireshu, all embodiment, Deva, Pitra, Pitru, Manusha, Adi, 84 lakhs of species are there in terms of embodiment. So, yonis, 84 lakhs. In all these varieties of embodiment, beginning from Hiranyagarbha onwards, so up to any insignificant creature in the world, so Sharireshu, in all these embodiment, Atma abides how? Ashariram, Ashariram, Niravayavam, Akasha Kalpam, Akasha Tulyam. So the one who is Niravayava, free from avayavas, free from parts. Body, Sharira is Savayava or Niravayava? Body is Savayava, but he is Niravayava. Like how? Akashavat, like space, so he is there. So the one who has no form whatsoever, no parts whatsoever, like let us say, in varieties of electrical gadgets, one and the same electricity abides. So one and the same electricity abides. The features of electrical gadgets are not there in the electricity. Without the electricity, these gadgets cannot function. Electricity can be independent of the gadgets this way. Of course, whenever we give examples, no example can be perfect. No illustration can be perfect. Every illustration is bound to have limitations. Why? Why? With what can you compare Atma Brahma? Even if you utter the word Atma, Brahma or Om or Pranava, you are foul. You cannot. But we do take illustrations to drive home certain points. Only stop there, don't proceed further. But the defects are bound to be there. Let us not pose ourselves as too smart by pointing out this mistake and that mistake, etc. To the extent it is helpful, take the illustration, drop the illustration then and there. If you pursue further, certainly there are bound to be limitations of the illustration. No illustration can ever work and be for, that we can be foolproof to unfold what Atma Brahma is. That's why Sri Sureshwaracharya at one place says, Yaya yaya bhavet punsam vitpatti pratyagatmani sa saiva sadve syat sacha navasthita. Yaya yaya bhavet punsam vitpatti pratyagatmani. By whatever prakriya, whatever it may be, whatever mode of explanation, etc., if the person is able to gain the Atma-jnana, Brahma-jnana, sa prakriya sadhvi, it is a good prakriya, that mode of illustration, mode of explanation, the way of handling that base, handling the unfoldment, it is good. But if you probe into that prakriya, if you probe into that methodology, what? Sacha anavasthita. So itself is not flawless. Itself is defective in nature. So that being the case, so let us not pose too smart by pointing this is wrong, that is wrong, etc. We will not be able to open the mouth. You can't say Atma, nor you can say Anatma. Because if you say Atma with respect to Anatma, when you say Brahma, it is with respect to other things which is not so. So therefore, it is not that what we are interested in. That's why the direct cognition, aparoksha anubhava, that is important, for which these serve as only the means. Once the purpose is over, afterward just discard like pole vault. Pole vault, you just take a stick and jump over the particular thing. But you can't carry the stick. If you with the stick you go that side, you are foul. Throw the stick here and then go that side. Likewise here, all these prakriyas, all the illustration can help us to directly cognize the Swarupa. Once the direct cognition of Swarupa is there, even your Vedanta Pramana also ceases to be there. So that means the Pramana itself gets eliminated because Pramata himself is not there. So long as Pramata, the knower, is there, the Pramana, means of knowledge, has to function. In this, the Pramata himself is eliminated, terminated. The Chaitanya dispossessed of, the pure awareness dispossessed of Pramata, Prameya, Pramana and all Visheshas are directly cognized, wherein Pramata is not required, Pramana is not required, nothing is required. Why? The Swarupa is Swaprakasha, Anubhava, Swarupa. All these Pramanas, etc. are required to eliminate all the wrong notion. That is why Shastra insists on Shuddha Antakarana. If Shuddha Antakarana is not there, the true nature of Atma, dispossessed of all these things that are falsely attributed, Adhyastas, Pramata, Vishesha, etc., that cognition is not possible. So that is the basic constituent Atmanubhava, the direct cognition, true to one's own nature, is the basic constituent wherein alone the Pramana can function. Ayam Atma Brahma. This Atma, when this Ayamaha, that is Pratyaksha Nirdeshaha, the direct pointing out. When you direct point out that whatever pointed out, should it not be true to the nature of the thing? Linga Vyavadhana is not possible. Pramatra Swarupa used to say it is not Ayam. Why is not Ayam? Because immediately who is there is who? Pramata. See, Ayam Atma, the true nature of this Pramata, the knower, is Atma. What is there in between? Directly in front of you, what is there? Pramata. So again, Pratibodha Viditam, with respect to each and every pratyas, that which makes you know, illumine the Sakshi is Atma. Say, directly what is with you in front of you is what? Pratyas and not the Sakshi Atma is lingena anumitaha, which is true, anumiti. Just as what you directly see is the smoke but not the fire. So linga vyavadhana is there. So that it cannot be pratyaksha nirdesha. Ayam cannot function there. So ayam is this. This means that proximate means what? That is the true nature is there. That direct cognition must be there. Otherwise that Mahavakya will not work. It will be a paroksha jnana, no doubt. It will be a paroksha jnana, but not a paroksha jnana. So therefore, such different illustrations, different methodologies, we do make use only for that pratyavutpatti, that knowledge, the knowledge of Atma. But these methods, illustrations do have, that means inherent defects. We know that. But at the same time, we have to make use of that. Otherwise, what you have to do? Mauna vyakhya prakatita parabrahma tattvam yuvanam. There also a defect is there. Why? Mauna vyakhya karne wala guru hai kya nahi udhar? Shishya hai yuvanam also. Okay? And shishyaha, vruddhaha are there or not? Is it not? And your chin mudra, that mauna vyakhya means not simply sitting there with a closed hand. Chin mudra is there. Chin mudra is there or not? Thumb is there, index finger is there, other, the three fingers are joined together. Why? Why not all like this? Or why not like a fist? Why hold like this? Duality is there or not? So, anything you take, mistakes are bound to be there. So we are concerned with the direct cognition of Atma Sarupa, which is identical with Brahma Sarupa, not with these Drishtanta or Prakriya, etc., which are indispensable, which do have certain flaws depending on what they are. Otherwise, Brahma is like Brahma. Even you can't say Brahma is like Brahma. See, Brahma means what? Brihat. Brihat is with respect to Alpa. Bhuma is with respect to Alpam. Bhuma is Analpam, that which is big. Big is with respect to small. Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. Satyam is with respect to Asatyam. Jnanam with respect to Jada. Anantam with respect to Santam. What are you talking? So therefore these limitations are there, but we have to make use to have the direct cognition. So Sharireshu Ashariram. So Deva Pitru Manushadi Sharireshu. Deva Pitru Manushadi Sharireshu Ashariram Niravayavam, that is Akasha Kalpam. Anavastheshu Avasthitam. Anavastheshu. Anavastheshu means Avasthiti Rahiteshu. Anitteshu. Avasthiti is lastingness. Anavastheshu is avasthiti rahiteshu. What is avasthiti? Lastingness, durability. Rahiteshu, that which has no lastingness, that which has no durability, means anitteshu. Those things are anitya, impermanent. So finally, anavastheshu means anitteshu, that is avasthiti rahiteshu. Avasthitam, that abides, means nityam avikritam, avikritam. So avasthitam, in all those, you say, which are anavastheshu, say, all those which have no lastingness, which are impermanent in nature, in that nityam, that which abides all along, again which is avikritam, no vikriyas are there in which. You take it now, take our body, nitya, nitya. Mind, nitya or anitya? No, Swami, my mind is not anitya, it's permanent. Acha, in sleep was it there? In sleep your mind was there? No. After you woke up, it again came into function. Is it not? Aditya only. So like that. With all this, the one principle that ever lasts without any change whatsoever, that can be Chaitanya, the pure awareness principle, because of which we exist and we are able to know and interact with the world, and also our sense organs, organs of action, pranas, all are able to, antakarana, all are able to function. Sarvagam Bahubhavadhishthanam. In their Mula it is Mahantam Vibhum. So Mahan, Sarvagam, that which is all pervasive. But that which is all pervasive can be apekshika. So a relative one. So it is not relative one, absolute one. Therefore he says Bahubhavadhishthanam. Adhisthana, the basis for Bahubhava means all the Jagat having varieties of objects and beings. Bahubhavadhishthanam. Vibhum also means Vividham Bhavati Asmatiti Vibhu. So therefore that means the creation of variegated nature is born from whom? Therefore this Atma Brahma is the very Adhisthana, the basis of entire creation. Bahubhavadhishthanam. Having Matva is Jnatva. Matva Jnatva. Having got the knowledge. How? Ayam Aham Iti. Not simply I know. Not some information. Not Paroksha Pratipatti. Sakshatkaraha, direct cognition. Ayam. This means the direct cognition of Swarupa is there, free from all the Adhyastha, Nirvishesha Swarupa, direct is there, without any linga in between, without any mark in between. So, Ayam, Aham, this is my Swarupa, Iti Matva, that is Jnatva, Na Shochati, Dhiraha, there it is, Dhiraha, Na Shochati, Dhira means Atmavit. So, Jnani, Na Shochati, doesn't grieve, doesn't get subject to Manasastapaha. So, Shoka is Manasastapaha. All problems are with Manasastapaha. That is why everyone wants to sleep. Why? Temporarily, no Manasastapaha, no Shoka in sleep. You know, sleep is a blessing. For in Vedanta it is a greater blessing, not in Vedantic classes, okay? Not in the classes, but for Vedantic inquiry, it is a great blessing because it makes us, that means, know our Swarupa is totally free from all these samsara vishesha. At least Paroksha Pratipatti is possible. Paroksha बाद में देखेंगे, तो Paroksha, at least indirectly, if sorrows were my nature, you see, look here, a true nature, so that is Swarupa, Swasvabhavat, Swaswarupat, na nivrittihi. One never deviates from one's own true nature. Have you ever seen the sun to be dark and cold? No. Why? Light and heat is the very Swarupa of sun. So also, if my Swarupa were endowed with sorrows, not even a single moment I can be without the sorrow. Sleep in sleep. Why sleep? In waking also, is it not at times? Is it even the most miserable person has got some occasion to smile, is it not? Smile means what? At that time had the person sorrows? No. So that shows at times he is free from sorrow. Means if sorrow were the very inherent feature, you can never hope to be free from sorrow even for a single moment by exception. That shows in sleep we don't have sorrow. That is why we may forego the food but the sleep. So that is how that been the case. So that is ayam ahamiti matva na shochati. He gets freed from sorrow. But this freedom from sorrow like sleep etc. is temporary. Why temporary? Ajnana is still there. And because of ajnana we identify with the embodiment. All sorrows belong to upadhi. That is why in sleep there is no sorrow. Why? In waking sorrow is possible. In dream sorrow is possible. May or may not be there, but you are prone to be sorrowful. In sleep no, because no identification with the body. So as you are identified with the body, you are sorrowful means sorrows belong to whom now? Gross or the subtle body. In causal body, the cause is there, but no manifestation. So sorrow can never be the Swarupa. So that's why na shochati, having discovered not the Swarupa, he doesn't come to grief, means he gets freed from samsara. Now, what should be done to gain the knowledge of this Atma? Shall we study all the Shastras? All shall we commit to memory all the shastras? What shall we do? Say there it is, we find is a famous mantra, Nayamatma pravachane labhya na medhaya na bahuna shrutena yame vaisha vrunute tena labhya tasyaisha atma vivrunute tanum swam. This second valli, 23rd mantra, same thing appears also in Mundaka Upanishad, 3-2-3 Mundaka Upanishad, 3-2-3. So ayam atma, this atma, pravachanena nalabhyaha. By pravachana, here pravachana is not teaching, that here pravachana is by mastering the Vedas, except the Upanishad, the simple Vedadhyayana cannot be gained. Not that by teaching atma can be gained, don't think that way also. To teach first one should know, otherwise andhe naiva niyamanaha yathandhaha, andha parampara will come there. So pravachana is by mastering the Vedas without gaining without knowing the tatparya of the Upanishad, by that one cannot gain the knowledge. Na medhaya, not by medha, simply medha shakti, grantha dharana shakti, medha shakti, grantha dharana shakti, that power to retain whatever that has been studied. So in contrast to memory, smriti, memory with respect to capacity to retain in general, but with respect to shastras, what you have studied, that is medha shakti. For example, Nachiketa Agni was taught to Nachiketa only once, and Yamaraja wanted to ensure that he has understood properly, so he asked him to repeat. A to Z he repeated. Do you know how long description is the Nachiketa Agni? This description is available in Taittiriya Aranyaka. It runs into about 10 anuvakas. 10 anuvakas. Think of it. Anuvakas means what? Like valli sections. 10 sections. That was told only once, like a photographic memory. Nachiketa repeated it. That is what is Medha Shakti. You know, there are certain this Bhagavad Kathakaras, they recite the entire Bhagavata. I have heard someone is there who recite the Bhagavata from the last stanza onwards, backwards. It's possible. Even the Bhagavad Gita also. In fact, once I was doing one Bhagavad Gita, one chapter backward, only Bhagavad Gita. Now I have forgotten, okay. So it is possible, but you have to do every day para. That's why Vedic chanting, etc., Parayana should be there at least every day or alternate day. Otherwise, however much you master afterwards, you will fumble. That means you will forget. So it's possible. It's a capacity. Na medhaya, great thing, but medha shakti, that by itself knowledge cannot be gained. Na bahuna shrutena, not by simply exposing to Shravana many times. Any dadiwala is there, any shaven head is there, you are there for what? Shravana, either the front row or the back row, okay, wherever you are there. So therefore, that by mere Shravana means na bhuna Shravana, without the preparation of the mind, without the right disposition, just by exposing to Shravana, no guarantee of gaining the knowledge. So what is required? Yam eva eshaha vrunute, eshaha sadhakaha, who is nishkamaha, yam atmanam vrunute, opts for which atma, chooses to gain the knowledge of which, tena labhya, by him only can be gained, means one who has got the commitment to this pursuit. This is not a passing, no. Once a year, one camp, then what? In that camp, you do Shravana, and afterwards, other 1 week हो गए, सप्ताह हो गया, बाद में 51 weeks of the year. What is it? All your usual pursuits. No, that not. Why not eat 1 week a year and rest of why not Bhojana Saptaha? Like Bhagavad Saptaha, Ramayana Saptaha, Navaha, etc. do. Bhojana Saptaha also you do. What is that? Why not? like that. See how food is required every day. Like that, exposure to this inquiry, etc. is required until aparoksha pratipatti is there. Aparoksha jnana, aparoksha anubhava, that is there. Afterwards, no more necessary. So that being the case. So one who has got that commitment, tasya isha atma, that atma kamasya, one who is not ready to compromise anything of atma sarupa, for him swam tanum vivrunute, that atma as though reveals his swarupa, means that person is able to gain the knowledge. Same thing is now explained here. Nayam atma baho pathat bahu shrutya cha medhaya labhyo bahirmukhasya neshwaranugraho yataha yamantarmukhamishah अनुगृह्णीते तेन लभ्यते तस्यैष स्वात्मनो रूपम् भासयत्यखिलं स्फुटम् यतः अस्य बहिर्मुखस्य ईश्वरानुग्रहः न यतः अस्य बहिर्मुखस्य ईश्वरानुग्रहः न add there अतः अतः बहोः पाठात् बहुश्रुत्या मेधया च अयमात्मा न लभ्यः बहुश्रुत्या मेधया च अयमात्मा न लभ्यः. नेक्स्ट वन. ईशः यम अंतर्मुखम अनुगृह्णीते ईशः यम अंतर्मुखम अनुगृह्णीते तेन लभ्यते तेन you can add that आत्मा लभ्यते तेन add आत्मा लभ्यते. ईशः तस्य स्वात्मनः रूपम् अखिलं स्फुटं भासयति. ईशः तस्य स्वात्मनः रूपम् अखिलं स्फुटं भासयति. Because of this reason, Ishvara doesn't do anugraha on such people. For gaining Atma Jnana, what is required is Ishvara Anugraha. That is what said. Ishvara Anugraha Deva Pumsam Advaita Vasana. Even that desire to gain the knowledge is on account of Ishvara Anugraha. Acha, that is the case. How to get Anugraha of Ishvara? How to get blessing of Ishvara? What should we do? We know other methods in Vyavahara. You know? Suppose you want to get the Anugraha of some minister, etc., you know what to do, is it not? What about Ishvara now? Huh? To get Anugraha of boss also you know what to do. Now here what to do? Ishvara will not fall for all these things, okay? You can't buy Ishvara, you can't purchase Ishvara. You can purchase others. Nowadays even gurus also can be purchased. Okay? But here Ishvara can never be purchased. So here's a rule. So not that is actually Ishvaranugraha is nothing but phala of your own karmas and upasanas only. Don't think Ishvara favors some people and he persecutes other people. No. If that is the case, then what will happen? Ishvara will get the defect of Vaishamya and Nairghrinya. He will be partial and he will be cruel to some people and he will be favoring others. Our bosses also do the same thing. So he will be no better than such people. So no. So Vaishamya, Nairghrinya, these are not there in Ishvara. According to our own karma phalas, according to what we deserve, Ishvara simply dispenses the result. Therefore, these are the persons whom he, that means it does the anugraha. So therefore, and who doesn't get the anugraha? These people don't get the anugraha. Who are those? Yataha, because of the reason. Asya bahirmukhasya ishvaranugraha na. For this person who is extrovert in nature, Ishvaranugraha, the true anugraha, the true blessing of Ishvara is not there. That person, a Bahirmukha person, may do many karma upasanas and get the result. This is only a pakka, only barter deal only. For example, say, Ravana Bhasmasura, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, no, such a great tapas they did. See, Ravana got darshan of who? Lord Shiva. Bhasmasura got darshan of Lord Shiva. But were they any better off? They could master such, that means power, etc., but finally destroyed themselves. So any karma upasana, what is important is antakarana also must be shuddha. Then it becomes a blessing. Otherwise it can be a curse. Just a cooking. For good cooking, let us say, some sambar or rasam is to be made. And not the vessels, not nowadays steel vessels, copper vessels, And the cook from Kerala has been brought, for rasam, such for expert. And they say, I have heard that such big cooks, they don't do, assistant do. And that fellow comes only when the salt is to be put. That's how. That much of expertise is there. And that is what? And the rasam is, who is the rasam? Such and such. Like bypass surgeries. There are 4 or 5 surgeons there, cutting and all this thing there. The fellow who does the bypass, he comes at last moment and does and goes. Who did the surgery? Such and such great cardiovascular surgeon did it. So like this, so that is there. Now such a rasam is made by, that means a famous cook in a vessel, copper vessel, but it has no tinning. Kalai is not there. What will happen? It will become poisonous. Though tasteful, it will become poisonous. Like that, karma upasana to the extent of what Ravana Bhasmasura did, but the vessel was contaminated. As a result, what happened? They themselves got annihilated. So see what a great tapas they had made. So that being the case, so that Bahirmukhatva, such a person may also do tapas and get something. It is not true Ishvara Anugraha. But really with that is purpose to gain the knowledge or just for the sake of Ishvara Bhakti. Bhakti of Ishvara only for the sake of Bhagavan himself. Bhagavan will interfere. Even this fellow has committed a mistake. What will Bhagavan do? He will set right the person. Just as a mother. So will correct the child for taking into account the good of the child. But if you go with a vyavahara, transaction, barter deal, like Bhagavan also will function like a shopkeeper. You give the price and take the goods. Afterwards what happens, it is none of the concern of the shopkeeper. So that being the case, so Bahirmukha, say for such person, Anugraha is, truly speaking, Anugraha is not there, though they may get in terms of their karma phala, upasana phala result, but it cannot be taken as the true Anugraha. Then whom does ha? Ishvara yataha yas asya bahirmukhasya Ishvara Anugraha na. Therefore, that means one who has no Anugraha because he is Bahirmukha. Such a person, even if he takes to all these measures, Atma Jnana is not possible. What are the measures? Baho Patha, by Vedadhyana, a lot of Vedadhyana. Again, Bahushritya, lot of Sravana is there but mind is not ready. Medhayacha, Grantadharana Shakti is there. In spite of all these, Ayam Atma Nalabhyaha. This Atma is not available means knowledge of this Atma cannot be gained by such a person who is Bahirmukha. As a result of it, Ishvara Anugraha is not there in whose case. In contrast, Ishaha, whom does Ishvara favor? On whom does Ishvara bestow the Anugraha, the blessing? Such person. Ishaha yam antarmukham anugruhniti. The one who is antarmukha means not interested in the Vishayas but wants to gain the knowledge means mumukshu, jidnyasu, on him antarmukham antarmukham ishaha anugrannite. So there he will take care of yogakshema. Yogakshema in all that are necessary things to gain the knowledge. That means the availability of proper guru, availability of proper teaching, availability of other surroundings conducive for the pursuit. All these yoga, kshema, and whatever that knowledge, etc. he has gained, protection of that, all these Ishvara will take care, and so he will do the anugraha. So why this person is committed to the knowledge, committed to the pursuit of gaining the knowledge. Ishaha antarmukham yam antarmukham anugrannite tena, by such a person atma labhyate. Atma labhyate means atma jnana is gained. Not that he gains atma. To gain atma, now atma is not there. The person himself is atma sarupa. Knowledge is gained, not that atma is gained. Atma is nitya siddha. So it is not sadhya, it is already accomplished one. So the ignorance, due to ignorance, appeared as though the true nature is not gained. So here labhyate. Ishaha ishvaraha tasya. Tasya means atmakamasya, the person who is committed to the pursuit of gaining the knowledge of atma. No desire he has got except knowing the swarupa. So ishaha tasya, or it can be ishaha tasya means to him. So what does he do? Svatmanaha rupam. One's own swarupa. Ishvara swarupa is nothing but atma swarupa. Don't think Ishvara swarupa and atma swarupa are different. It's only from different standpoint, through their name are there. From the Upadi, Avidya Upadi, same Brahma is called Jiva. From Maya Upadi, same Brahma is called Ishvara. In reality, Chaitanya, Atma, Brahma, one and the same principle. So, Svatmanaha, Rupam, Akhilam, entirely in its true nature, Sputam Bhasayati, reveals very clearly without any doubts or vagueness. So, therefore, what is required? One should be antarmukha and seek the blessing, anugraha of Ishvara. See, if you go, let us say, if you go to a very highly charitable person, you should also know how to make use of that person. After going to a king like Dharmaraja, etc., give me a fistful of rice, ayyo, miserliness in asking also. He is ready to give entire kingdom, Satyagraha, Shibi Chakravarti, ready to give. So, like that, if having gone and sought anugraha, the grace of Ishvara, Bhagavan, what? Give me promotion. I have no son. Son's marriage is to be fixed. Daughter's marriage is not over. All he is ready to give. No, what all he is ready to give? He is ready to give himself. Himself means what? Make you discover that you are not different from me. Ishvara doesn't like you coming and what? You know, this aham dinaha, etc. You, I am helpless, I am a wretched, etc. This is nowadays, this is another thing. Self-condemnation, etc. Ishvara doesn't like this. You know. I am asahayaha. How is it possible? See, look here. There is a very rich father ready to do anything for the beloved son. And this son goes on telling, I am orphan, no one is there to look after me. Will the father like that? Means the one who has got all love, and otherwise the son is good. No problem with the son. So he is ready to do anything for the sake of the son, and if he goes on telling, I am orphan, anatha, etc., will he like that? Ishvara, if we ask, he is ready to do anything, and we say anatha. You know that Kabira's case? A king sent lot of, because he came to know that Kabira is poor. And therefore, why such a great bhakta should suffer like that? He sent with a minister a lot of wealth. Palankins filled, they brought. And the minister tells, Maharaja has sent because Kabira is anatha. He said, Kabira is anatha, you know. What did your king said? Kabira anatha? So you take this back to him and tell, my Rama is anatha, give him, not me. I am Sanatha. No, who is Natha means who is Natha? Master. I am the one whose master Natha is who? Ishvara. But Rama is the one who has no Natha, Anatha. Generally, Anatha means orphan. Orphan means what? No guardian. Orphan means who? One who has no guardian. But I have got my guardian in the Ishvara. Bhagavan is my guardian. But Bhagavan has no guardian. It is his glory. Okay? It is the glory of Bhagavan that he has no guardian. Actually, he is Anatha and I am Sanatha. So therefore, I may have deficiencies, but he doesn't have deficiencies. But we don't ask. We ask paltry things only. So that's why self-condemnation should never be taken to in the spiritual pursuit. Seek the help. He is there to help us. So that being the case, so that Ishvara Ishaha yam antarmukham anugranhite tena labhyaha, and that unto him akhilam sputam swarupam bhasayati reveals. Now, how to become that antarmukha and not bahirmukha and be eligible to get the anugraha, the grace, the blessing of Bhagavan? How is it possible? A disciplined life is required. Some self-restraint are required. Otherwise, it is just not possible. So, what is expected to gain the anugraha of Ishvara? So, another thing, generally, everyone has got the tendency, to know the future, and where they go? Astrologer. Now it is computers are available. Okay, computers. So then they say they will tell you this graha is in this place, that graha is that place, etc. They say if Ishvara Anugraha is there, what Navagrahas can do? What best thing is was seek who? Ishvara's Anugraha. Don't run after these Navagrahas. Okay. Not that you are hostile, etc., etc. And another thing, don't blame these grahas. Shani has not done anything to anyone. poor fellow is blamed for that. Actually, if at all, if it something shows, it only shows your past karma phala. That's all. Don't think Shani is such a hostile one, etc., such inimical, etc. He is a poor guy. He is an innocent guy as such. So your karma phalas are like that. It just gives an indication that such and such bad thing is there. Better you take precaution and try to what? Take some remedial measure. That's all. Up to that, that's okay. That also too much brain should not be put in this astrology, etc., because there are fundamental flaws also. Best thing is you gain what? Ishvara Anugraha. These Navagrahas cannot do anything at all. Anyway, now how this Ishvara Anugraha can be gained? There we find who cannot gain this knowledge and who can gain the knowledge. This is important mantra. Mantra second valli 24. Na virato dushcharitat na shanto na samahitaha na shanta manaso vapi prajnanena apnuyat. Same thing is told here. Dushcharitat na avirataha. The one who has not desisted from pratisiddha actions. The Shruti prohibits certain actions, forbidden things are there. One who is indulging in pratisiddha actions, one who has not withdrawn from that. Dushcharitat na avirataha. Na shantaha. The one who has got turbulent mind, turbulent senses, uncontrolled senses, sense organs and organs of actions are uncontrolled. Such a person cannot gain this knowledge. Na samahitaha means vikshipta chittaha. Anekagramanaha. The mind is scattered in thousand pursuits. No composure at all, totally agitated. Na shanta manaso vapi. At the same time, this person has taken to upasana, etc. That way, mind is not anekagramanaha. Mind is ekagramanaha. But the mind is preoccupied in the phalas, like Ravana, Bhasmasura. They did great upasana, but the mind was preoccupied in the phala. Therefore, they are ashanta manasa. By such thing, Atma Jnana cannot be gained. It can be gained only prajnanena enam apnuyat. Prajnanena, brahmajnanena enam apnuyat. By brahmajnana only it can be gained. By brahmajnana only it can be gained. So this is the sum and substance of this. He gives in stanza 40. Who can be antarmukha and be eligible to gain Ishvara Anugraha. Papam krodhamanaikagram yoga siddhim cha naitiyaha tamishvaro no grunhati संज्ञानेनैवमाप्नुयात्. संज्ञानेनैवमाप्नुयात्. Alternate reading is संज्ञानेनैनमाप्नुयात्. Evam or enam. In the place of va, na also alternate reading is there. Okay. Anvaya. Yaha papam krodham anaikagram yoga siddhim cha na eti tam ishvaraha anugrihnati evam संज्ञानेन एव आपनुयात् or संज्ञानेन एनम आपनुयात्. Either reading can be taken. तम ईश्वरः अनुगृह्णाति एवं संज्ञानेन आपनुयात्. We'll see that.
ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्याय्येन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यो भवन्तु. काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी. देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः. ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः. ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः. सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः. सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु. मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत्. असतो मा सद्गमय. तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय. मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते. पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः. हरिः ओम्.